So no one prepared me for the trauma that comes with dating an older man. No one. So lately I've been dabbling in dating, older men, maybe like 35 and up to like 50. I know that's like kind of high, but right, they're like the same age as my freaking parents, my dad, basically. Like they can be my dad essentially. But I'm currently kind of like really like focusing on one. He's 36, right? And so the 36-year-old has already thrown two tantrums at nice ass restaurants and nice hotels, throwing two tantrums at me, blocked me on Instagram, blocked my number, has called me off an unknown number.
If you didn't know she was talking about someone who's a little bit older, in their 30s, mid 30s, or whatever, you will believe that she's talking about someone who's younger. Like a child, still playing these stupid little games. But that's the thing. Not everyone who's older is necessarily more mature. Because you could deal with someone who's younger and they are more mature, they act older. Or you could be with an older person and they still have the brain of a 15-year-old boy. So it really isn't about the age, it's more about maturity.
And has acted like a complete fucking child, and it's only been a month. So that's what I'm going through currently. Yeah, so basically I'm fighting for my life, essentially, right? And going into this, I thought everything was going to be all dandy. I thought I was going to get, my little sprinkle on, be taken care of, be flown out. Which, let me get to this. So me and the 35-year-old are planning a trip, hopefully this month. We're supposed to go to Hawaii, and, he's supposed to take care of everything, so we're gonna actually see if that happens. I'll definitely keep you guys updated if we make it to Hawaii, and if I make it without freaking stabbing him, because he's like kind of annoying. Oh, and also if we make it out alive of the trip with him not throwing a fucking tantrum because he doesn't get what he wants. My advice to younger girls, or girls in general, is just don't do it. The young ones act like freaking 5-year-olds, the old ones act like 5-year-olds. The only way they'll act not like 5-year-olds is if they're like incapacitated. Like honestly, if they can't talk, if they can't hear, if they can't essentially breathe, they won't act like children. So that's my TED Talk for today. Goodbye.
Older men who are dating younger women are looking for an escape. And if they think your world is this escape from, they could be going through their midlife crisis and everything, or they could just be feeling really old and out of touch. But if you drag them into your delusion as if they're the coolest person or the most impressive person that you've met, they're going to go with it. They don't care. The serotonin and the dopamine in their brain is going, and they're going to, after that, they're going to have this blissful feeling when they're around you. And then when you leave them, it's going to go away. And the only way they can get that feeling back is when they're around you. And so they're going to become addicted to your presence, which means they're going to have to spend money to be in your presence. And they're not going to want that feeling to go away. So they're going to give you your money to keep you coming back. Okay. So make sure you get in quick, drag them into your delusion.
Because these older men will sit there and play with you. They know that you're less experienced. That's why they're going for you. Don't go with he says I'm so mature for my age. Bull. That is total bull. He's just going for you because you have less experience, and it's going to be easy for him to manipulate you, and that's the truth. And I'm not saying all older guys are like that, but 8 out of 10 are like that.
Okay, so I just wanted to get on here and give y'all an update for the 52-year-old that I used to talk to. In real life, me and all my homegirls just call him Mr. 52. We don't talk anymore, but I'm going to tell you why. I was sitting at brunch with my mama, and he texted me. He's been having issues with his car. He had a Cadillac Escalade, and these are, issues that I knew he was having. And so it was at the time and point where he was, about to get, his car fixed. So he sent me a picture of the man working on his car, and he asked me for $100. And, I'm looking at the message, and I turned to my mama, and I'm saying, me and him, we've never been on that type of time. you around for what it is I want you around for, and vice versa. And and that's just it. We never been on that type of time where I would even ask anybody in this world for money. And he never asked me for money. We just didn't have that type of relationship, so it just made me feel very weird. Like,
now you heard she said that the older guy who she was dealing with asked her for some money. Whenever an older guy asks you for some money, a red flag should go up immediately, because at a certain age you need to have your life together. Okay, so it shows that he wasn't doing what he was supposed to do, right? Because if, let's say he's 45 and he asks you for money, you want to ask him, how old are you again? 45. Then you want to say, what have you been doing for the last 45 years?
why are you asking me for money? We've never been on that type of time, right? Boom. And so, I'm telling my mama, and she said, you know what, Tasha, you should send it to him. And I'm like, why? Why? She said because money always changes people. She said, so at this point, he asked to borrow the money with the intent of giving it back. So either he gonna, pay you back like he said he would, and y'all just gonna continue to have the friendship that y'all have, or he's going to write himself right out of your life. He's going to remove himself right out of your life because of it. And I said, okay. This was a few weeks ago. I haven't heard from him. I haven't got my money back. Mind you, I never brought it up. I was still like text him good morning or I hope you have a good day. He never responded. And all this not responding came after, I sent him the $100. Sir, if you didn't have the money to pay me back, you should have just asked for it. Mind you, I learned years ago in therapy that there is no such thing as a loan. There's no such thing as a borrow, to somebody. Either you can afford to just give it to them or don't give it at all, is what my therapist taught me. So I never, it's $100. Have it. But don't lie to my face, say that you're going to pay me back and you're not. Mind you, and my mama, before she told me to give him the money, she said, don't he got a good job? Don't he got, I've been around him. He got a little coin, 1, 2. So she was confused with him asking me for the money anyway. Right. Long story short, money do change people. And just like my mama said, he wrote himself right out of my life.
The last time I checked, you was instructed to go up there and get in that bed. Now, I don't know why you still standing there, because you ain't getting no more money. See, you're not getting any more money. So you might as well do as you told. See, I say go and get in that goddamn bed.